What's up, everybody? This is Danny with Dream Clients Accelerator. And today I'm back with another training on Marketing 101. We're going to talk to you today about how you could actually get more likes, more comments, more engagement to really boost everything for you on your Facebook posts, which is very important if you're looking to be competitive in the industry and stand out as an authority in your niche. So it's truly essential, if you want to grow your brand and if you want to learn how to make money online, you really first need to make sure that you know how to increase your engagement, because at the end of the day, until you can really establish the know, like, and trust factor, odds are you're not going to make much sales. It's not just about posting your link. You actually have to be a good player in the community. So the more that you engage, the more your clients are going to be drawn to you. And the more that your clients are drawn to you, the more sales that you're going to make. So really quick, if you like the content that we're putting out on this channel, make sure that you do support us by dropping some comments and feedback below. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell notification. This way you'll never miss any time we post a training video. So let's get right into it. Oftentimes I see a lot of people trying to kind of base their success off of the number of followers they have on their page. But the truth is, your engagement is so much more important than the number of followers you have, because I'd much rather have 1,000 committed and engaged followers than 10,000 followers that barely engage on anything that I put out there. Right? Followers are meaningless if they're not active and really taking in the content that you provide. And the key is we want to really target people that are in our niche, right? And get them to engage constantly with our content, especially with any kind of new updates that we put out. Now, the whole thing is like Facebook, they constantly change their algorithm, and it does kind of make it a little more difficult. So in today's training, I'm actually going to cover some tips and tricks to help you organically boost your content's engagement. So let's get right into it, guys. So for tip number one, you should definitely be researching quality content that's important to your niche. To your real audience. It's really about understanding, especially with the declining organic reach on Facebook, right? Which I'm sure you can see. We've all kind of felt it recently. We have to really go out and find good quality content. And that's really the key, to research places like Reddit, for example. Look for searches on Google. A good website is Answer the Public, where you can actually see the questions and the pain points that your clients are looking to get help with. This way, you can cover that with your dream client, whether it means that there's valuable posts themselves or, just kind of creating conversations. It's really crucial that you utilize quality content so that way you can really nurture your prospects and become this magnet to your audience. Now, for tip two, it's really to avoid engagement bait. So, I'm sure you understand, like, there's a lot of these Facebook posts out there, but with this new update to the algorithm, Facebook is actually now penalizing pages that are kind of baiting the system in order to get fake likes or fake engagement. So let's break it down. There's 5 different types of actual bait tactics that people use that I want you guys to stay away from. So the first one would be trying to get engagement by voting, right? That's where you're asking your followers to vote on a specific topic. Now, it is actually good to use if it's done in your own private Facebook group, right? Because you want them to vote on, hey, would you like trainings on marketing? Would you like trainings on XYZ, and have them kind of pick? But you don't want to necessarily do that on your feed, because Facebook is going to kind of look at that like you're trying to bait people and boost engagements. They may penalize you by actually throttling down your reach and not showing that post to more people. Now, the second type would be react baiting. And this is where you're directly asking people in your post to like or comment, because again, this should be done naturally. So if you're asking them to do something like this, Facebook is going to see that and they're just going to decline your reach on that post. Number 3 would be share baiting, right? And this is where you're actually asking your friends and followers to share your post for a reward or for something in return. You know, share my post and I'll give you this lead magnet, or share my post to 5 of your friends, right? The more that you do that, the less reach you're going to get back. And then the 5th one would be tag baiting. Okay, so just like getting them to share, you don't want to ask your friends to tag people on your post or tag people that may benefit from the post, because this should be done naturally. Okay, so you don't want to get them to try to tag other people to see it, because again, guys, the more you bait people to do things, the worse it's actually going to be for you, because Facebook looks at that and they see that you're trying to bait the system. They're going to decline your reach. You know, yeah, you may get 5 or 6 people to actually come in if they're tagged, but the key is we want to gain hundreds of new people, thousands even, right? And the only way that we're going to be able to do that is by really creating thought-provoking and conversation-driven content that does provide value to your niche. And then there's also comment baiting, right? Again, it's like if you ask them directly to comment yes if they like something. You know, if you thought this was helpful, drop a comment below, right? Facebook, again, wants us to initiate discussions, but not just by baiting people towards engagement. So, you know, another tip is like when you actually create these conversations is to start by just kind of asking open-ended questions instead of drop a comment, right? So this way it's questions that would want your niche to jump in and discuss. So let's say, for example, if you're in like the fitness niche, right? Like I was when I first started, I would always ask questions directly to create a discussion, such as, hey, what's your favorite routine that you've been doing while you were at home with the quarantine, right? Are there any at-home workouts that you've been doing that have helped you to see progress, you know, without being in a gym? So when you ask certain questions like this, your audience is going to really come in and converse. They're going to go into those comments and they're going to say things like, you know, I've been doing push-ups every day, right? And then when I see something like that, I would go in and I would comment and say, well, that's great. How many push-ups are you able to do in one shot? Now I'm creating a conversation without the bait tactic, without drop a comment below, tag this one, tag that one, right? Does that make sense, guys? And that's really, you know, a good way to kind of create these conversations. And another good tip would be to reply to every single comment that you see in your thread, right? And follow up by asking them a question so you can keep that conversation going. Because you guys have to make an effort to kind of know who your following is, right? And then to encourage them to keep that conversation going. Because when you do things like that and you reply to their comment and then ask them a question, each time a response is generated, right, Facebook is now going to bump your post up higher because they see that there's engagement taking place. And remember, Facebook has one main goal. It's to keep people on the platform. If they see a post starts getting hot and people are commenting, they're going to show it to more people, right? And that's how you really work the algorithm to your favor. And the more it shows up in the feed, the more people engage, the more comments come in, and then you keep going through that cycle, right? And it just goes declining more and more and more. So guys, remember, every time you like, every time you reply to a fan, to a follower, they're getting a notification as well. So what I usually would like to do when I reply is make sure that they are tagged in that reply, because it's different than asking people to tag others. You're just tagging them directly back, and that's how they get that notification, okay? You know, again, it's really just a matter of getting the right types of conversations going, you know, and having them stay up to date with all the new updates and things of that nature that are going out with your page, with your content, with your training, right? So let's say, for example, you get 4 initial comments on your post, right? And then you go back and you reply to each of those and then ask those people a specific question, and then they respond, right? What did we just do? We turned 4 comments into 12. And now again, Facebook sees that and they see that you're being a good player, right? Because again, they want to keep people on the platform. So the more that you do that, the higher your reach becomes. And as each comment is now bringing your post higher in the algorithm, it in turn is going to have Facebook show the content to 5 more people, to 10 more people. And that's how you become viral. That's how you blow up. Okay. Another good tip too, right, is to utilize videos and to utilize photos. Okay. Because Facebook wants to keep people engaged, right? So you think about it, if someone is going to actually sit there and watch a 1-minute video, right? Or you have a long form post, that's where a post has a lot of content. A good way to draw the attention is to also have a really nice photo at the bottom, because that way it piques people's interest, you know? And video is one of the biggest things that's blowing up right now with TikTok, with Instagram, with Reels, and now Facebook even has Reels. So video content is really the future. It's the wave, and you want to jump into that. Make sure that you go live if you even feel more comfortable. That's the best way, because now you can really gain a lot of good engagement. Okay. It's just really about keeping that audience on the platform more. The more they stay on, the better it is, right? Now, when it comes to videos, guys, I don't want you to think that you should go and take a YouTube video and post it on your page, because one thing Facebook hates is for you to redirect people off of Facebook. So you don't want to put a video link or really any type of link in your post. Never do that. If you are going to put a link, I would always suggest to put it as an actual comment, because if you put a link directly in the post, again, Facebook's going to look at that and they're automatically going to throttle you down, because they don't want you redirecting people to another platform. So the best advice, if you're going to, upload a video to YouTube, make sure before you upload the video, upload it directly as a Facebook video, right? Even better, go live if you can. And that way you can ask questions during the live. You can get people really engaged. Give me a hashtag live if you're tuning in live. Give me a hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Drop a comment. Let me know that you can hear me. Let me know that you can see me, right? Ask any questions. That's why I'm here. That's how you really get the good engagement, right? I'm here in New York. Let me know in the comments where you are, and drop a comment if you're watching live or if you're watching that replay. It's all about keeping people on the platform. Okay. I want you to really think of yourselves as kind of being this magnet, and we want to draw in as many people as possible. So those are really my tips today on how you can boost your reach organically on Facebook. Guys, if this resonated with you, like I said, drop a subscribe, make sure you comment, turn the bell on for the notifications. In the description of the video, I'm also going to leave a link to my Facebook community where I provide a lot of great training on teaching people how to grow in sales, in marketing, and in their mindset. And I would also say follow me on TikTok too, because as I said, TikTok is this wave right now. I'm throwing out so much great value on how you could start side hustles, how you can grow in marketing, branding, and also mindset training as well. Okay. So that's it for today's video, guys. This is Danny with the Dream Clients Accelerator. Use these tips, get your engagement going, and grow your business. I'll see you on the next video.